Secretary Janet Yellen said Thursday that the U.S. will send about $10 billion in additional economic assistance to Ukraine in the coming months. Well, since Russia invaded Ukraine last year, the U.S. has given Kyiv at least $13 billion in budgetary aid, economic assistance, and it goes directly to the Ukrainian government to fund government services, pensions, and healthcare. Our economic assistance is making Ukraine's resistance possible by supporting the home front, funding critical public services, and helping keep the government running, Yellen said in India ahead of a meeting of G20 finance ministers. In the coming month, we expect to provide around $10 billion in additional economic support for Ukraine, she said. And additional aid will be pulled from the $45 billion Congress authorized to spend on Ukraine in December. So far, the U.S. has approved $130 billion in spending on the war, which includes military aid, training, funds for the Pentagon to replenish stockpiles and pay for the troop deployments economic assistance in Ukraine. According to a summary of the $45 billion aid package approved in December, $13 billion is allocated for economic and budgetary assistance. The U.S. has handed tens of billions of dollars directly to the Ukrainian government, despite its notorious corruption last month. A corruption scandal rocked Ukraine that resulted in the firing of several senior officials. Farmers, fishermen, people who have lost bank account or pension, people who have had a bad reaction to a COVID vaccine, people who have a reaction to any other vaccine, indigenous people, veterans, descendants of veterans, people who get hurt on the job, people who build nuclear bombs, people are exposed to pesticides, coal miners who get black lung disease, people who lose paycheck or homes from foods, droughts, or other natural disasters, people who are impacted by the trade agreements, and so on. That's a long list, but it's still a fraction of the many people and groups who receive compensation either from or through the government for the harm they have suffered. Every day, someone somewhere in America is being compensated under the concept of what is known as restorative justice, a type of justice that instead of meting out punishment to a wrongdoer, seeks to make the victim or their family whole or at least to repair them as much as possible. Restorative justice is also known as a reparative justice, or in the context of the experience of Black Americans from the first enslaved chiefs in 1600 through the today's simple reparations. But unlike those other everyday reparations, Black reparations are seen by many as a highly charged political third rail. So last year, Harvard Kennedy School faculty members Cornell Williams Brooks and Linda Belms launched a research project to see if they could change the conversation. And, what they found is a situation that is, to put it mildly, perverse, cataloging the harm suffered by Black Americans through the centuries from slavery itself, through segregation and disenfranchisement, economic and educational discrimination, wealth inequality, and more. They found that no group was perhaps more deserving of being made whole. They also study in the catalog a huge system of American restorative compensation that works every day to make people whole for the harm they have suffered. But they refuse to even have a conversation about paying what they owe African American descendants of enslaved Africans. They will give money to Ukraine, but their citizens, African Americans, are to be oppressed. If this isn't diabolic, then nothing is. So y'all see what I'm talking about right now? Yeah, this is how evil these psychotic people are. Take a note. This country is crazy. Take a note what I'm saying. All right? This is how they've been treating